Beautiful desert morning. And the exploder made it.
This is pretty much the worst video ever made.
Napoleon, like anyone can even know that.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to Tom's Tinkering and Adventures and the fall Southern California Gambler 500 rally event. We're starting here. I think we're just about 10-15 miles west of Bullhead City, Arizona. Maybe this is at Mojave Desert area. I'm not even really sure. We just followed the GPS route, and the Gambler Exploder made it 330 miles here. Didn't have any trouble driving, and it drove really well actually. But we'll see how that works. We got some new people here, some familiar faces. That's the way it always is on these Gambler events. I don't know, what are we, about 8:30 in the morning? Everyone's pretty much up and moving and getting packed up. We haven't had a drivers meeting yet. That's coming up, hopefully. And no idea where we're going. No idea where we're camping today. That's the way they do these things. You find out when you get here on most of them. But this was a pretty nice night. We got here about 9:30, 10 o'clock last night. Set up, had a campfire, had a couple of cold beverages, and slept well in the tent. I got up this morning, went for a little jog. Didn't find anything fun out there in the desert, but you know, maybe I'll find something cool tomorrow when I go do my miles. But let's see, maybe we'll take a little walk around camp. I don't see any really interesting vehicles yet, but maybe there's more to come. I do like this old Dodge Club Cab over here. What do they call these? The metal grill ones, the early ones. That thing's pretty cool. A lady's driving that. She said it's got a 360 in it with a 4-speed. We got the WRX. Another lifted Subaru looking thing over here. And we got other people camped on the other side of the rock mountain here. There's my co-pilot for the event, Mr. Pauly. We're 50-50 in on this thing. We each contributed half buying it and threw a little bit of money in, some tires and shocks and all the stuff that we've done to it. On the drive up here, we lost some lights on the dash, and then the driver's side window, which was all jacked up when we bought it, got jacked up again. So driver's side window doesn't go down again. So I have to remember not to lower it because it might get us in a bad situation. Other than that, it seems okay. I suppose we got to check the oil.
Worth checking out. There's a lot of options to bail if you do get fucked. All roads lead somewhere. Hopefully you don't get lost or fucked by yourself. On the pre-run, if you guys are adventurous enough, there's a nice road that takes you up there. It's real fun. I think
Person, you know, let's say,
There's the bowling ball.
I don't know. Who's got the nicest truck over here?
Do not
Chevy over
even.
there. Yeah, the Chevy.
Evan, make it first. You know, yeah. So if Evan gets to camp first, he could puss out. I won't chance that.
These guys bought this Mercedes yesterday and are testing it out right now. Actually, the guy in the driver's seat is the guy who bought my old Lexus rally car. And he pre-ran this event and kind of busted it up a little bit, so needed another vehicle. I think he's a collector. And this is something fun I'm doing today. I got this pirate outfit from when I used it for Halloween. Yarg! And my buddy Pauly's got a shark outfit. So we're Team Pirate Shark today. All right, we got kind of a late start because someone had some mechanical issues. Not us this time, but we're gambling. We got the Subaru brothers ahead of us. Joe and Bill, I've gambled with them guys a couple times already, so they've helped tow me out a few times. Hopefully we don't need that this time because we got a Ford Exploder. Sometimes you do some modifications before you show up, then you have to do modifications when you get here. Mr. Joe here had new tires, had a tires wheel spacer on, and we saw some rubbing on the tires, so did some cutting and hammering. The cool Crown Vic over there's got a water pump issue, so a few people drove into town to get some parts, but since we all run together, we all stay together, leave no gambler behind. Anyway, we're all just kind of chilling here. Sometimes it's like that, it's okay. We're having fun out here together no matter what. Did some modification on Joe's Subaru. Walked around out in the desert and looked at all the junk out here. We're hanging out at the gas station, but hopefully they'll be back with the parts and we'll get some more miles in. But it's an adventure no matter what you do. All right, we're finally back at it. We're gonna miss out on a lot of the off-roading today, but that's okay. Taking care of people. Bouncing around out in the desert, Mojave National Preserve. We'll see how we do. Ugh. I don't know if I've ever showed this before, but this is generally an idea of what you get when you get to the gambler camp and have your morning meeting. They'll give you some GPS coordinates. These are all places you can go. You don't have to go to any or all of them. You'll have where you end up at the end of the night. But as I'm bouncing around on the rocky trail here, I'm trying to show you this, but we got 2 pages of stuff. It's got today and tomorrow. But we've been having pretty good time on this road. Sometimes it goes from smooth to big ruts and then some rocks and some sand. Nice mixture of everything. We got a motorcycle rider with us here. He had a little tip over. He's okay though. Keep going. Let's go, Polly. Well, since we messed around and helped everyone out all day, we're out here gambling in the dark. Joshua trees. The moon. It's pretty fun, but a little unnerving. But the Exploder is doing good. It has been a long day. It's after midnight. We're finally getting close to camp. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this. There's our GPS. The arrow's us and the red dot's camp. So we might make it tonight, or I guess this morning. But man, we've been helping people, following the motorcycle. He's been having some troubles. But we did get to see some stuff. Unfortunately, my phone hasn't been cooperating very well. But hey, we're gambling. Nothing like making some hot ramen and soup, setting up your tents in the dark. It's all good. Everyone else is over there somewhere. They didn't stay up and party, wait for us. There was no, team waiting, cheering us on. We just came into snoring and empty booze bottles everywhere. But the Exploder did it. We'll see you in the morning.
This is the SoCal Scepter. It's pretty fucking rad. And this is my first time in 5 years coming to these things, doing like 8 or 9 of them a year that I've actually won something.
Nice.
It's got a little wheelie on it.
everyone has the gambler spirit who comes out here. They always,
everybody's
they
got
always
the
give
gambler
it to one person they choose.
Yeah.
And it was your turn this time. Congrats.
Yeah, now I have to make another one. And last time I had to make a gambler trophy. It was not pretty.
See them fingies too.
So Clint said that he's done over
Yeah.
40 gambler events in several different states, I'm imagining, right?
This is 46 for me.
46. How many different states?
No.
3, 4 different. Ready?
Kyle, 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 Kyle,
So that was the bowling ball through the window ceremony. What that's supposed to be is the first person who gets to camp gets the bowling ball through the window, because this is a rally, not a race. So unfortunately, a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to put a bowling ball through the window of my fancy rig that I've driven out here. But every once in a while you get someone who volunteers to do it. And Joe, I think, has volunteered to do it 3 or 4 times. That was Joe's Subaru. I know he's done it at least 3. That might be his 4th time. It's a pretty darn nice morning. And we looked at the coordinates a little bit. We'll see where we end up. I think we're gonna do a little bit more off-roading today. But we do have about a 4.5, 5-hour drive home. So we'll have to figure all this out. There's some people heading out to go hit the trails. Some people are heading straight home. That's the way the Sundays seem to be here. You get a lot of people who come from hundreds of miles away, further than we did. Well, we're kind of off on our own this morning. Everyone else wanted to go play in the dunes, but I guess we got pretty close to them. But I know a 2-wheel drive vehicle in the dunes is not the best thing. We're going down Mojave Road and heading into Afton Canyon, which I imagine is right up ahead of us. I'm not familiar with it because I've never been here, but beautiful day to be out here. And Ford's working good. We're enjoying it. I'm driving today. Don't tell on me, I'm driving and videoing at the same time. But this is pretty cool. We're going through, I don't know if are we in Afton Canyon right now? We might be, but we're in this really cool, I think we'll go with the lower route, huh?
Yeah, I'll go lower and go low.
Yeah, we'll let these guys go. We're riding along the train tracks, but we're in this awesome canyon. It's nice. It's been a good day so far. Absolutely beautiful in here. We took a little wrong turn. We're gonna come back up. I think the trail is that way. Should be a water crossing. I'll try to get my co-pilot to video it, but we're slowly making our way closer to the I-15. Probably pop out somewhere near Baker, I'm guessing. I'm not navigating, I'm just driving. This has been kind of fun. It's twisty, turny, soft, rocky, but seems to be doing okay. Get the motorcycle behind us. He should be coming up in any minute. There's the end of the dirt. 15 freeways right there. Amazon's delivering something. But I think we're about 3.5 hours from home. So we'll get it home, and probably tomorrow I will do a post recap on this. But look at this beautiful sunset. I-15 traffic home, it's actually pretty good. Had like a 1-minute delay. But I got my co-pilot, Mr. Polly, driving here. What do you think about the Gambler?
It was a fun, eclectic crowd. Really good off-roading. It was fun picking up trash with everybody. I really loved seeing the creativity of the cars. I like the challenge of driving around the desert with a 2-wheel drive.
Yeah, the
$1,100 car.
The Exploder did good.
Yeah, it really did.
Here we got one of our failures over here. We don't have half the dash lights. We'll fix that. Will you be back?
I think so.
Yeah, I think you will too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll do a full rundown on everything that's broken on this thing, which isn't a lot. And then we're gonna wash it up and it's going for sale. Well, here we are home Monday morning, and I give it a quick hose off. Took off some of that desert pinstriping, but it's, I mean, it's still there. Just can't see it as much because there's not as much dirt on here. Still needs to get really washed. I just hosed it off. Took everything out of the inside. And for as far as things that we had issues with, driver's side window doesn't go down anymore. That didn't work when we got the vehicle because the window regulator in there, it's kind of like a X frame thing in there. It was all mangled, and I kind of straightened it out, and it worked pretty good for a while until it didn't. So that's just a reoccurring problem. The air conditioning blower motor sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. That didn't work at all when I got the vehicle, but the guy said that it worked. I believe that's just the connection up on the blower motor under here, because that's all I did to fix it earlier. So I'll mess with that. And I don't know if the resistor worked or didn't before, because I mean, I just turned it up on high, so maybe that didn't work, but it's not working now. So it only works on high and low, and that's it. And what else did we have issue with? Well, the passenger side window sometimes didn't work with the switch over there when we were riding off-road, but I think it's just this child lock. I think this thing is a little bit funky, because I finally figured that out on the way home last night. When the window didn't work, I reached back to lower that back window, and that one didn't work, and then this one didn't work. They could all be controlled from the front, and we messed with this child lock thing here, and it seemed to help. So it kind of looks like it's even pushed way down in there. I bet that switch is a little bit funky. So I got to take this all off anyway to fix this window regulator. Other than that, I noticed there was a little bit of transmission fluid leaking by the cooler lines right there. I'll check the tightness of those. The transmission was a tiny bit low, and that's pretty much it. Everything else worked, and I mean, none of these are a showstopper. I don't like to admit it, but this was a pretty good rig. So Paulie and I picked this thing up pretty reasonably priced. Did some little basic maintenance on it. Didn't even do as much maintenance as we should have. We didn't really touch hardly anything as far as like the engine, the drivetrain, just checked the fluids and rolled with what it was. And it did well. If you're interested in doing a Gambler 500, that's all you gotta do. Or just jump in your vehicle that you have and take it. There's people out there with their daily drivers. So if you're interested in Gambler 500 at all, I highly suggest it. It's a good time. Everybody is going to take care of you if you're out there. You know, get with a couple people. They'll make sure you make it home. I mean, we hung out and helped a couple people, and it put us way behind on the first day, but it doesn't matter because we had a great time. So get out there and do it. All right. If you're liking my content, give me a thumbs up. Leave comments down below. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider doing so. Thank you very much for watching. Get out there and find your adventure. Adios.